Hello and welcome to the latest Craft Mania Sunday showcase. Today I thought we'd have a little look at a hobby that you may not have heard of or seen before, or maybe even just not understood. We're going to be talking about scrapbooking. Now scrapbooking is a lovely way of taking your photos and creating pages that will last for a lifetime and can then be passed down through the generations. Now what you do here, instead of just taking your photos and sticking them into the traditional albums, we actually have specialist albums I'll be able to show you a little later. But we use pages like this. This is a 12 by 12 size page. There are other size options available that we'll again talk to you about soon. But the 12 by 12 is the American standard scrapbooking size. And basically what we do is we take our photos and we journal on them. Journaling is basically where we add a little bit of detail which should hopefully describe a little bit of what's going on and where and why and your thoughts and feelings about the time that it happened. You can then decorate your pages with all of the current paper crafting techniques you may already know, or if not you can certainly find out about and add them to your pages. So I thought I'd start off with this one. I know we have a very large fan base of card makers who watch these videos, so I thought I'd show you this. This is the card that inspired the page. So if you are a card maker, don't be put off from scrapbooking feeling that you won't know how to fill the space or you can't use the same ideas or colour schemes. This literally shows you how we've taken a card and created a page using the same ideas, same products, same techniques. So I'll show you for a few of the pages and I'll talk to you about what I've done on each of them as we go. So this is another one that was inspired by a card. For those of you that come to our lessons, you may remember we did a card on a very similar colour scheme with a very similar style not that long ago. So it's just again showing you how you can use your ideas in both forms. Now the reason we keep scrapbooks for so many years, and they can be kept for so many years, is we use products which are acid and lignin free. Now if you've got the traditional sticky back photo albums, you may notice that after a few years your photos will go yellow and start to deteriorate. That's because of the acid actually in the albums themselves. With the products we use, which are specially designed for scrapbooking, they're acid and lignin free, which basically means they're not going to eat away at your photos. So even if you're using your cherished photo memories, you don't have to worry that they're going to get eaten away or damaged. And again, that means that you can pass your albums down for generations. Now this is a double page spread, which basically means we've continued the same photos over a couple of pages and continued the theme. So again, when we look at the albums in a little while, I'll show you how you can display these so that you can see both pages at a time. It's quite a nice way to accentuate your theme and continue. Now again here, this is another technique that you may have used a lot in card making. This is a little bit of iris folding that we've added onto this page. We've also got some dies that you may already have from your other paper crafting hobbies that you could use with this one and an embossing folder. Moving on to your next one, we've got a bit more of a baby or child themed page. It's not all about the adults, it doesn't all have to be vintage, you can be a bit more bright and colourful. And again, I've done a little bit of iris folding on this one too. Now a lot of these pages have actually featured on my blog. If you haven't found it yet, just search for Craft Mania James on Google and you'll find my blog. I'll also post a link in the comments to this video and you can see step-by-step instructions on how to make a few of these pages as well. And if you are a card maker, you can of course use some of the pieces you've already got at home on your scrapbooking as well. These are actually aperture cards that I've just used as photo frames and then done my hidden journaling inside them. Because again, with your journaling, you might not always want every thought and feeling to be on display. So it's quite nice to hide a few bits away. This one's actually a page that we were doing in today's scrapbooking lesson, and this has a whole hidden little booklet to which you can put photos in or more journaling or birth certificates, locks of hair. You could put theatre ticket stubs, maps of where you've been, any little trinkets you've got from your vacation or your birth of your baby or anything else, you could pop them into your little books. There's also little tabs up here with photos on hidden in this little pocket too, as well as the photos you can see. So you don't have to only do 1 or 2 photos a page. This one could probably fit 12 or 15 depending on how many you wanted. So it's a good way to house a lot on one. This one again has got a bit of glitter going on it, and we've actually taken some 12 by 12s of just pictures of frames and cut out the middles to put our photos into this. So you can do quite a lot of layering of pages as well if you want to. Then of course we can't forget Christmas, talking of different things that you can scrap. Christmas is a great one to use too. So this is one of our very popular pages that we did earlier in the year on a Christmassy theme. And then moving on, if you've got black and white photos, don't feel they all have to be bright and colourful. Again, this is a lovely page for them too. And it also helps if you've got some from sort of past generations, a nice colour scheme along these, or maybe sepia tones can work quite well. You don't, of course, don't have to stick to the big pages like I'm showing you here. This is a little album I did. This is what they refer to as a brag book. It's again the same concept of keeping your photos and your memories all in one place. But the idea with these is that you can carry them around and show people as you go what you've been up to. Or in this case, this one's actually photos of my niece. And it's just a little book all about her with a few thoughts and feelings about her along the way in it too. And again, you could do these on any theme. Or kids are great for those. But you can just bolt them together, or you could even tie some ribbon around your pages. Now, if all of this is sounding a little overwhelming and you're a little lost on where to begin and what to do, we actually run scrapbooking lessons at our Lowestoft store. We do them on a Saturday from 2 till 4:30, and as of the 24th of October we're going to be starting the evening lessons, which will start at 6:30 till 9. So you could always come along to one of those. The lessons are only £8 per person, and everything you need is provided for you to do 2 pages. All you need to bring is a few photos. But in saying that, a few of our customers who come to those actually prefer to add their photos when they go home. So I thought I'd show you the upcoming pages so you can get an idea of what we do. So this is the next 2. This one will just be on the Saturday because we haven't yet started our Mondays. So you'll do both of these pages on the 1st of October. So again, that's 2 till 4:30. Then I'll show you our next one. This one we've got a bit more of an animal and a boy theme going on. Now this is when our Mondays do begin. So this can be done on Saturday the 15th of October or Monday the 24th. The Mondays again are the evenings, that's 6:30 till 9. And then moving on, I'll show you our final pages that I've got ready for you at the moment. This is our Christmas page. And this one will be done on Saturday the 29th of October and Monday the 7th of November. But we're forever adding more pages, so do keep an eye on the events section for more details as they're announced. I know we've got a couple more coming up in the next few days that we'll be sharing with you as well. Now if you're already a scrapbooker or a newbie, it doesn't matter. One thing you're going to need is supplies. So for this week only for your Sunday showcase, we're actually going to give you a whopping 30% off of all 12 by 12 papers and albums. So if you do want to stock up on them, that offer is good until 5 PM on the 24th of September. So that's next Saturday. And as I say, 30% off all 12 by 12s and albums. So talking of albums, let's give you a little look at what they're all about and explain a couple of the different types that they come in. So down the front here I've got just a few of the 12 by 12 ones. We do these on all different topics, so if you don't have a wedding to scrap, don't worry. We have lots of different types in store that you can do. But just to give you a heads up on how your albums work, on the inside here we have 2 little bolts that are on the front and the back of the album, and they're what hold our pockets in place. Your albums will come with 10 pockets in them already, and most of them have white card in them already, so you can just pop your pages in here and they're good to go. If you want to add more, you simply just undo the bolts and you can add in more pages. Depending on how thick or thin your pages are, most albums will fit up to 60 inserts, so you've got a lot of pages you can do on them. But already they've got 10 in them, giving you 20 pages to be displayed. But it will depend how thick they are to how many inserts you can fit in an album. If you're feeling you might do a little bit more of a bumpy page layout, like I do, a lot of mine are quite thick. We also do D-ring albums. So these are literally like the A4 ring binders you normally see, but they're designed for your scrapbooks, so they're 12 by 12. And you literally just buy the pockets to pop on the rings. Some of the albums come with them already, and album prices vary depending on the style you're looking at. We have a few of these with the slogans and quotes on. They're $17.49 before your discount this week. The leather bound style ones, these are $26.99, but have this lovely little window in them that you can put a photo. It's quite nice if you do several, because not only can you put a photo there, You can also put a photo in the side, so if you're going to do one for a holiday and then one for a wedding and so on and so forth, you could always label them on the side what they are, so when they're sitting on your shelf, you know which one to grab straight away. We've also got a fabric one with a window in it again. These ones work out a little bit cheaper. These ones are only $16.99. And then down the front here we have all different prices of the traditional albums. They start at about $16.99 and go up to $29.99 depending on the album you go for. Of course, if you're not feeling you need to jump straight into a big album like that, we do 8x8 albums, which are a little bit smaller, and we also have these that arrived in store just recently. If you don't feel you want pockets to work on and you like the idea more of the brag books, then these are chipboard books, and you can just decorate the pages and stick them straight onto these instead. And this little album is only $3.99, so a nice little bargain there to be had with that one. Hopefully you enjoyed today's Sunday Showcase. Now, a little confession, I am off on my holidays, so I'm going to be missing for the next couple of weeks. So I'm afraid we will not be having any Sunday Showcases now until the 15th of October. But do not fear, we will be uploading at least one good little discount or reduced product for you every Sunday until I return. So do still tune into our Facebook page then when you'll see something being uploaded, and hopefully that will help you out as well. Once again, just to reiterate, this week's offer is your 30% off all albums and 12x12 pages, and that will run out at 5 p.m. on Saturday the 24th of September 2016. Thank you for watching today. I look forward to seeing you on the 15th of October, but until then, take care. Bye for now.